were divided, he'd had talks with Real Madrid. But Sir Alex Ferguson already had eyes on his successor, and a gala match against Sporting Lisbon was the ideal chance to take a closer look at the 18-year-old.
Eu lembro-me um dia antes, estava bocado nervoso, estava a falar com um amigo meu, um semelhante, e disse: Ei, vais jogar amanhã contra o Manchester, rebenta com eles, não sei o quê. E ele disse: vê se jogas bem, se calhar eles ainda vão te lá buscar.
The youngest player on the pitch had no fear and no equal. The famous names in the red shirts returned to their dressing room chastened, knowing they'd witnessed something special.
Saturday's performance against us in the Sporting, we couldn't wait.
Similar to when we played against Eric Cantona. You know, everyone was buzzing about him when we played against him, and it was the same with Ronaldo.
The players' verdict under rota deal already done.
The minute half time, it's just get this lad, get this boy signed. But they didn't know I'd already been with Sporting the night before, and we were discussing everything, you know. But he was sensational. He was really good.
Within a week, United paid £12.2 million to make Ronaldo Britain's most expensive teenager. A year earlier, Liverpool had decided not to pursue their interest. Ferguson regarded his capture as a major coup.
I never thinking one day I play in this club in Sporting before. For me, it's a dream to come true.
Ronaldo expected to be loaned back to Sporting to continue his development.
The number is famous, so is the name.
His boss had bigger ideas.
We've had some fantastic players in the number 7 jersey. Brian Robson, Eric Cantona, you know, David Beckham. And I felt that a lot of people maybe wouldn't want the number 7 jersey, but I felt the confidence that Cristiano had, the confidence in his ability. It was no problem to give him number 7. And he was 18 years of age, he could develop in years to come to have it as a jersey.
Ronaldo's debut came at the earliest opportunity. It was no token cameo. Against Bolton on opening day, an edgy 1-0 lead turned into a 4-0 win.
I just felt that we needed a reaction, you know, sometimes you get it from the fans, sometimes you get it from your players, sometimes a substitution can do that.
He might just have a trick or two. He came with a big build-up, and you can see why. He's got an appetite to entertain as well as the ability.
But when we brought Ronaldo in, it just seemed to have a certain explosion in the fans, you know, that they're saying, this is a Manchester United footballer, this is a Manchester United player. And they just took the place by storm.
Pacing their new prodigy's development was Ferguson's challenge in that first season. Off the bench, Ronaldo made the ideal impact player. The pace to punch holes in tiring defences.
Trying out to be hit! And boy did he hit it!
The step-over repertoire quickly became a trademark. A reputation was growing, and Wayne Rooney introduced himself. But Ronaldo was no angel in the eyes of some referees. Other extravagances would need to be reined in.
The referee, I think, has read it as a dive by the Portuguese.
United had been overtaken by Arsenal's invincibles in the league, while another Portugueser had antagonised them in Europe, before announcing himself down Ronaldo's right-hand touchline as Porto ran away with the Champions League. But Mourinho's compatriot was still a winner in his rookie season, as United won the FA Cup. Life had changed for good.
A primeira coisa que eu fiz foi dizer à minha mãe para deixar de trabalhar, porque sei que ela batalhou muito, sei que ela sofreu muito, sei que as dificuldades que ela passou. Foi das primeiras coisas que eu fiz, e tentar ajudar os meus irmãos, porque se não ajudamos aos nossos, a quem é que vamos ajudar? Se eu não tiver a família bem, eu fico preocupado, não fico bem, não fico eu, não me sinto natural, não me sinto normal, porque sempre me apoiaram, sempre tiveram muito chegados a mim.
Ronaldo's home near Manchester is never empty. Family is everything. The constant that keeps him grounded.
O mundo do futebol não é uma coisa para a vida toda, não é? Ele sabe que tem que daqui a uns anitos, que espero que seja daqui a muitos anos, não é? Sabe que já tem que ter uma vida para além do futebol. E para isso tem que começar já. Consigo transmitir algumas coisas que ele sabe exatamente aquilo, se basta olhar para ele ou qualquer coisa, ele sabe exatamente aquilo que eu, ou ele também. Há muita coisa em que ele basta olhar para mim que já sei o que se vai passar e o que se passa.
And Ronaldo is not about to give up the day job to be good around the house.
Quando não estou cá, o Cristiano também tenta fazer qualquer coisa, faz umas tostazinhas, faz umas tostas, batidas é excelente.
É claro que uma casa rodeada com pessoas que nós gostamos é sempre mais fácil, é melhor, sentimos melhor, falamos, rimos, fazemos palhaçadas, é sempre melhor do que estarmos sozinhos.
At the end of his first season in England, Cristiano returned to Portugal for Euro 2004, the biggest party his nation had ever hosted. The Portuguese squad was laced with experience, with stars at their international prime. Their leggy 19-year-old was the wild card pick, amongst a golden generation, confident of capturing Portugal's first major trophy. After all, their coach had conquered the world.
Como tinha trabalhado com o Ronaldo Nazário na seleção, com o Ronaldinho Gaúcho na seleção. Então, como conhecia esses dois craques do futebol com o nome de Ronaldo, pensei, tomara que o Cristiano também seja nesse nível, ou possa chegar a esse nível.
Never slow to make a change, on opening day, Scolari saw his team riddled with nerves and turned to Ronaldo at half-time. Youthful exuberance backfired as Ronaldo conceded a penalty, and the outsiders from Greece doubled their lead. A first goal for his country, a towering header, hinted at things to come, but Greece would win. 4 days later, Portugal had to. Much of the nation called for Big Phil to play Ronaldo from the start against Russia. They had to be content with a victory-clinching cameo. But the boss had a decision to make for the decisive group game against their greatest rivals, Spain. And public opinion counted.
Portugal!
This is your team sheet.
Ronaldo! Oh, we are going to kick some major ass, I tell you!
Ronaldo was back at the ground he could call his first home. Nuno Gomes would score the winner, and Portugal were through. If the burden of expectancy had weighed heavy on some senior players, Ronaldo embraced it.
Ele não para, e quanto mais às vezes a gente exige pouco dele por uma série de razões, para ter mais cuidados, que ele não se lesione, mais ele quer trabalhar, ele não se contenta com um pouco, e se tu dás um trabalho mais forte, ele quer muito mais. Então esse tipo de atitude é que eu gosto no Ronaldo, e a forma como ele trata as pessoas.
In the quarter-final at the Stadium of Light against England, Ronaldo was good, Ashley Cole was better. The match captivated, twisting and turning all the way to penalties, where England's nerve broke first. Manchester United's new number 7 revelled in the chance to cut down his adopted country. Now Portugal believed their time had come. And now Ronaldo was a permanent name on Scolari's team sheet. So much for semi-final anxiety. Holland couldn't get close to him. A goal and a man of the match performance propelled Portugal into their first major final. They were one step from heaven.
It is Portugal's party, and they are staying right to the end.
Ao estar no final em Portugal, depois daquilo que se passou, depois da euforia que criaram à volta do nosso país, a mobilização das pessoas, Foi uma coisa única na minha vida que nunca me irei de esquecer.
The momentum appeared unstoppable. Now the team were carrying the nation. At the Stadium of Light, Dolores Ronaldo had her front seat. All her son and his mates had to do was find a way to beat the grinding football that had carried Greece so far.
It's in! And surprise, surprise, it's Greece in the lead!
Portugal's last chance fell to Ronaldo.
Foi momentos que nos marca. E claro que perder uma final da maneira que foi, de estar não sei quantos milhões a nos ver à espera que pudéssemos ganhar o jogo, é claro que naquele momento senti uma grande desilusão. Pronto, foi aquilo que aconteceu, deu-me para chorar.
Heartbreak for the hosts, too much for a brilliant young teenager to take.
The English press say the referee gives red card because I speak, but this is not true.
English fans only do good players.
I said to him after the game, you've got the answer yourself. The first place, the winner, Cristiano.
It was Cristiano Ronaldo's second season at Old Trafford. Wayne Rooney had arrived. But the new, younger United would need time to take shape. Milan